Rokinon 135mm f2.0 ED UMC for Canon EF. Sharp portrait depth and creamy bokeh. The Rokinon 135mm f2.0 ED UMC is a manual focus telephoto prime lens built for Canon EF-mount DSLR cameras. What does that actually mean for you? It means a 135mm focal length that compresses backgrounds beautifully, paired with a bright f2.0 aperture that soaks in light and melts distractions into creamy blur. Inside, 11 elements across 7 groups work together, including extra low dispersion glass to keep colors clean and sharpness high from edge to edge. The ultra multi-coating fights flare, so your contrast stays punchy, even in tricky light. Think portraits with dreamy backgrounds, night sky shots with crisp stars, and detail work where every pixel matters. It's a specialized tool that asks for patience because it's fully manual, but rewards you with image quality that feels almost unfair at this price. Imagine never settling for soft corners again. Let's break down what makes this lens worth your attention. First, sharpness. Tested on a full-frame body, it resolves over 3,600 lines per picture height wide open at f2.0. That's double what most lenses need to be called sharp. Second, bokeh. The 9-blade rounded aperture creates smooth, circular, out-of-focus highlights that portrait photographers describe as creamy and gorgeous. No harsh edges, no distracting patterns. Third, low light capability. That f2.0 aperture buys you faster shutter speeds and cleaner images when the sun drops. Fourth, build quality. The metal housing and smooth 180-degree focus throw make every adjustment feel precise and intentional. And here is where it gets interesting. Fifth, value. Reviewers consistently compare this lens to options costing 3 to 4 times more, and it often wins on pure resolving power. Which of these matters most to your work right now? Picture this. You're in a dimly lit venue, photographing a friend's acoustic set. Your kit zoom struggles, pushing ISO higher until grain eats the details. You switch to the Rokinon 135mm, open it to f2.0, manually dial focus until their eyes snap sharp in the viewfinder, and press the shutter. The result? A clean, contrasty frame where the subject floats against a background that melted into soft pools of light. Or imagine it's 2 a.m. You're in a dark field with your camera pointed at the Orion Nebula. This lens, with its ED glass and UMC coating, captures stars as tight pinpoints instead of bloated smudges. One astrophotographer admitted they doubted a sub-$500 lens could perform like a dedicated refractor telescope. After their first stacked image, they stopped shopping for alternatives. It just works. After testing a few options, one thing became clear. Don't just pick any telephoto lens. Make sure it has exceptional wide-open sharpness so you never waste your time on soft images that fall apart when you zoom in. PC Mag awarded this lens an editor's choice, recording sharpness that outperforms the manual focus Zeiss Oppo sonar, costing 3 times more. Let that sink in. One portrait photographer said their 100% crops were jaw-dropping, with bokeh so creamy they stopped reaching for their Canon 85mm f1.8. Another user shooting on a Sony a7R II found they could nail manual focus on a person's eye faster than with their autofocus Sigma 70-200mm f2.8. The lens has also earned quiet fame in astrophotography circles. Experts call it a standout for wide-field imaging, capable of edge-to-edge star sharpness at f2.0 to f2.2 that rivals dedicated telescope setups. Build-wise, it's solid metal and high-grade plastic, with a non-rotating front element that makes polarizers easy to use. The focus ring is smooth and deliberate, rewarding patience with precision. Which result matters most to you? Comment 1 for creamy portraits, 2 for sharp astro shots, 3 for both. Stunning sharpness, creamy, professional bokeh. a bright f2.0 aperture that opens creative doors at dusk and dawn. The Rokinon 135mm f2.0 ED UMC delivers all of this for a fraction of what premium brands charge, and thousands of photographers already rely on it daily. If you've been craving that classic 135mm look without draining your savings, this might be your perfect next lens. Click the link in the description or pinned comment to check current availability. You deserve glass that keeps up with your vision. For demo videos and current pricing, check the link in the description.